Hello students, welcome to Chemistry World. Today I am going to discuss about oxides of sulfur. As we know that sulfur forms a number of oxides with oxygen. These are sulfur monoxide, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide and sulfur heptoxide. In this one, sulfur heptoxide present in the form of linear chain and it is when it is in the solid state. In the solid state only it forms linear chain. Next one is sulfur dioxide. Okay, in the sulfur dioxide, the structure of sulfur dioxide will be like this. In this one we have sulfur to oxygen, one is a dative bond is there, another one is double bond is present in sulfur dioxide. This is the resonance structure of sulfur dioxide, or we can write this sulfur dioxide structure as like this, means this is a partial double bond between sulfur and oxygen. Here oxygen to sulfur to oxygen, the bond angle is 119.5 degrees. Okay. Next, sulfur to oxygen, bond length is 143 picometers. Next one is sulfur trioxide. Structure of sulfur trioxide will be like this. In this one, two dative bonds are there which are from sulfur to oxygen, and the bond angle between OSO is 120 degrees. These two are the resonance structures of sulfur trioxide, or we can draw the structure like this also. Okay, as we know that a bond angle between OSO is 120 degrees and bond length is 142 picometers. Next one is reactivity. Okay, reactivity of sulfur dioxide here. This one is sulfur dioxide reactivity. Sulfur dioxide acting as a both oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent. It reduces the acidified KMnO4. Okay, sulfur dioxide acidify the KMnO4. Here I am taking 5 moles of sulfur dioxide and 2 moles of potassium permanganate, and these are reacting with water. Okay, then we are getting K2SO4 plus 2 moles of MnSO4 plus 2 moles of sulfuric acid. Okay, in this one, this is potassium permanganate is a acidified. Okay, it reduces the sulfur dioxide reduces the potassium permanganate into K2SO4. Next one is when it is reacting with chlorine. Sulfur dioxide is reacting with chlorine and 2 moles of water. It forms sulfuric acid H2SO4 and 2 moles of HCl. Okay, this is about reactivity. Next one, these two comes under acidified or reducing form. Next one is the oxidizes. When sulfur dioxide oxidizes H2S, it oxidizes the H2S to S. This is oxidized. Okay. Sulfur dioxide is reacting with 2 moles of H2S. Then we are getting water. How many moles? 2 moles of water and 3 moles of sulfur. This is about reactivity of sulfur dioxide. Next one is stability. Okay, stability. This is fairly stable. Sulfur dioxide is fairly stable, but on strong heating it dissociates to form sulfur trioxide. When this sulfur dioxide is stable, when we are heating this sulfur dioxide, it gives 2 moles of sulfur trioxide. This is sulfur trioxide. Okay, next one, sulfur trioxide. So in this one, first we have to see the reactivity. In this one, sulfur trioxide is acidic in nature and it reacts with base. This is acting as a acid. So whenever this acid reacting with base, here I am taking sodium hydroxide as a base, it forms sulfates, Na2, 2 moles of sodium and sulfate. Okay, next remaining one is water. Okay, in this one, sulfur trioxide acting as acid, and when it is reacting with base, we are getting sulfates. Okay, we are getting sulfates. Next one, it is acting as a powerful oxidizing agent. Okay, sulfur trioxide acts as oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. So it oxidizes hydrogen bromide to bromine. Means whenever this sulfur trioxide reacts with 2 moles of HBr, we are getting bromine and sulfur dioxide, remaining one is water. Okay, this is about sulfur trioxide. Next one is the hydrolysis. Okay, hydrolysis. Whenever this sulfur trioxide dissolves in water, it forms sulfuric acid. Okay, this is about sulfur trioxide. Whenever this sulfur dioxide, hydrolysis of sulfur dioxide. Okay, whenever this sulfur dioxide dissolves in water, we are getting sulfurous acid. Sulfur trioxide dissolves in water, we are getting sulfuric acid. Whenever sulfur dioxide dissolves in water, we are getting sulfurous acid. Thank you, students.